Hey y'all, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to check out another one of my videos. And if you're new around here, hello and welcome. My name is Katie Marie. I'm a lover of eyeshadow palettes, trying new makeup, all those fun things when it comes to makeup. And today I'm going to be trying out a ton of new makeup, some of them very luxurious and some of them that have me a little scared to try them, like Kevyn Aucoin. I'm going to be trying some Kevyn Aucoin today. I still can't believe it. Even though I have the face on already and I've tried the products, I still cannot believe that I own a couple Kevyn Aucoin products because Kevyn Aucoin has always just been that brand that's too luxurious for me because I just feel like I'm not that fancy. But today we're going to be trying it out and I'm partnering in this video today with Look Fantastic to bring you these products and share with you guys their Black Friday and Cyber Monday sale. Now I'm going to put on the screen here the dates for their sale so I don't mess it up, but they're going to be running a nice long sale during Black Friday and Cyber Monday. They're going to have a lot of brands available on their website on sale, and on top of that they're going to give me a code that will give you an additional 10% off of all those sales. So a lot of great ways to save at Look Fantastic this week or this upcoming week leading into Thanksgiving and beyond. It's not really a sponsorship in that they gave me these products and then paid me to make this video, but they did give me a big old gift card to shop on their Look Fantastic website. So in that sense it is sponsored, but I was able to shop and get anything I wanted from the list of brands that are going to be on sale this weekend, and so I picked out a bunch of products. We're going to go over all of the products that I picked up from the Look Fantastic website when we get into the tutorial. But if you're new to Look Fantastic, and I know you may be where I was a couple weeks ago where I'm like, who is Look Fantastic and why am I seeing them all over YouTube all of a sudden? So Look Fantastic was mainly in the UK as early as like a year or two ago, and they're just this year coming over to the US. So I think that's why you guys are seeing more sponsorships and more just PR being sent from Look Fantastic to beauty vloggers here on YouTube. So if you're like me, that's kind of one of the reasons that they're doing these videos, partnering with the YouTubers to let everyone know that they are coming over to the US. So if you are in the US, you can shop from their website, and I'll have all the information down below in the comments, and they have so many brands that are going to be on sale right now. I think I'm going to try to list a couple of the big ones so you guys can see, or maybe I can fit the whole list. There's a lot of brands. Like, they have a lot of brands I never heard of. When I had to sit down and figure out what I was going to feature in this video, I was just like, oh my goodness, who are all these brands? There's so many choices, but yeah, tons of brands on sale, and all the brands are a little bit different with how much percentage off, like how much they're on sale. Some are like 20, some are 10, some are 25, etc., etc. So if you're interested in any of these brands, discovering new brands, what have you, check the links down in the description box. They are going to be affiliate links. This video is, as I said, in partnership with them, but no pressure for you guys to shop with them, no pressure for you guys to buy anything. But if you are shopping, if you are interested in Kevyn Aucoin and have been interested in them and might want to try them this holiday weekend, this might be the way to go, and you can get an additional 10% off using my code. But yeah, I think that was all I wanted to say. Let's go ahead and just jump right into my Instagram shout out for today. Okay, so for my Instagram shout out for today, it is going to go to Lisette _. I hope I said her name right. I always butcher it, but Alex, you are my Instagram shout out for today. I absolutely love you, girl. She is a YouTuber. I will leave her link down below. She is like my big sister here on YouTube. She and I talk all the time. We're very similar in what we enjoy in palettes, and we're also very similar in like outside. We both have children. We're both busy moms. We're both trying to do the YouTube thing and trying to keep up and whatnot. So Alex, thank you so very much for commenting on my most recent post. I really do appreciate it, and definitely check her out if you want a new YouTuber to follow. But yeah, Alex, you are my Instagram shout out for today, and I think I say this every time, but please forgive me for never being able to say your name right. Your name is beautiful and I always butcher it horribly, so I am so sorry. But yeah, that is going to be my Instagram shout out for today. Thank you so very much, Alex. And with that said, we can go ahead and jump right into it. But before we get into the tutorial, I am going to go ahead and insert a clip where I use the face halo and the Osmosis Melt Away Jelly eye makeup remover. Both of these products I picked up during the sale, and because they are makeup removers, before I sat down today to do my tutorial earlier in the morning when the kids were awake, I went ahead and removed it with both of these. I did one each side. So we'll go ahead and break away to that clip and show you guys how these worked, and then we will get into the tutorial and using all of these fun new makeup products. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with this face halo first to take off this side. And like I said, I do have the Osmosis and Color Melt Away Jelly. I'm going to do half and half. That way we can use both of them and see, because I'm so very curious. It's kind of funny, the day I filmed this, I just finished pre-filming for Kate Miss talking about luxury makeup that I don't think it's worth it, and I'm here today gonna try more luxury makeup, so we'll see if this luxury makeup can change my mind. Anyway, I'm gonna start with the face halo. It's wet, it is not dripping, so I don't know if it should be dripping. It's very thick and fluffy. I do like that. I've heard this compared to, where is it? the makeup eraser, and the makeup eraser is just like a piece of cloth that's like super floppy, but this is like a really thick, decent sponge. It almost feels like a makeup puff that you would like put makeup on. Like that's kind of what I would equivalent it to. So yeah, it's coming off really nice. No qualms there. I'm gonna do all of my base makeup definitely coming off, and then I'll do my eyes. I'm rubbing a little bit, but honestly not as much as I had to like rub and scrub with the makeup eraser, so that's nice. I'm pulling more than I would if I use my fingers, because I feel like my fingers I can just be so gentle, and this I think just either I'm just need to get accustomed to using this, or just the nature of it being so big and fluffy, but I do feel like I'm putting more pressure and a little bit more pulling, but like I said, not as much as when I use the makeup eraser. So I'm just kind of moving it around to a clean spot. That's looking nice. Like it's really coming off. I would still use like a light kind of foaming facial wash just to make sure everything's off, but it got most of it off. I don't know if I'd use this every day to take off my makeup, just because like I said, I do feel like I'm having to, just the nature of it, pull more, but this is the first impression. So I will try to definitely mention this in a future either monthly favorites or just a future kind of random favorites and fails video type of thing, to let you guys know if I ended up loving it and if I ended up using it. And this actually like honestly works a lot better for me than the whole makeup eraser did. First impressions, I'm super impressed. I really like it. So let's move over to this. This is clear. It looks so funny. It feels so weird. It's like when you touch it, it turns like wet. So I'm just gonna take a teeny tiny bit. Like I just rubbed the top of it, and let's see how much it can do. Okay, it's doing a lot, but I do definitely feel like, ooh, I just pushed on it and it kind of crumbled. So I have like, I don't even know if you can see, I think that'll be plenty. I just dropped it, put that there. It dropped on my skirt, so it's not that gross. Okay, I'm making a mess here. This is why I don't do skincare videos. Okay, so I didn't use much. I don't even know if you can see, but I have a little bit of a dent. 1/8 of a teaspoon, I guess you would say. I'm just gonna rub. I will say the halo made me look like less scary on camera. Okay, so it says on here that it says you can just remove excess with a tissue or cotton. So I'm gonna try, you know what, since it's here, let's go ahead and try to wipe the rest away with this. And so I won't look as scary, and I wanna see if it'll actually remove it. It does say to follow up by washing your face, so I'm definitely gonna go wash my face after this, but I just wanna see if it'll take it all off. And specifically, I wanna see if it'll take my mascara off. Okay, so if I was actually at my sink taking my makeup off for the day, I would have just washed my face instead of wiping it away. But for the sake of this video, so we can actually see and I don't look so scary on camera, I wanted to wipe it away. But feeling my lashes, I definitely feel stuff in them. So I'm gonna go wash it and then see which side took off my makeup better, and that'll be my first impression. So be right back. Okay, so I am back. It's actually been several hours, but I am back. I washed my face, and on this side where I used the face halo, I had just the teeniest amount of mascara and barely anything on my skin. Honestly, it was pretty impressive how little came off on a toner pad. And then on the other side for the Osmosis, there was a decent amount of mascara still on my lashes, and then again, about equal amount of how much foundation I picked up with the toner pad. So overall, pretty impressed, really impressed with these, honestly. I'm gonna have to continue using them, but first impressions, I'm pretty impressed. So we will see if it grows to be something I use on the daily, but right off the bat, comparing this to the makeup eraser, I much prefer taking my makeup off with this. So let's go ahead and just transition right over into doing my makeup. So I didn't get a primer or anything, so let me go ahead and prime my eyes, and then we're going to dive into the palette, which if you guys notice the thumbnail is from Illamasqua. It's my very first time trying this brand, but I always hear so much praise for it, so I picked up the very colorful palette. This is the Experimental Artistry palette. Okay, so I'm sure it'll come as no surprise to you guys, but I am going to be focusing on the yellows and the greens. And all the brushes I'm going to be using today, eyeshadow brushes, are going to be Sigma, because Sigma is on sale as well. I'm going to be putting it over here on the screen to let you guys know exactly how much, but you guys know, if you've been here for any length of time, I love Sigma brushes, and these are some of my favorites. So let me see. I think I'm going to start with this green one here. I don't think there's shade names or anything, but the darker green, and I'm going to be putting that on the kind of inner half of the crease. Okay, I'm going to start with the E24 brush, one of my favorite little detailers, and start with that, and if I need to go bigger, I will. This is my first time using Illamasqua. I feel like they used to be really talked about a while back, and then I don't know if they're just weren't releasing anything or what, but I remember eyeing them for so long, but I never ended up ever buying anything from them. And I just kind of always ended up going somewhere else or purchasing from somewhere else. I also think it was a bit harder to get a hold of it back then. This is going on pretty nice. I'm going to just switch up and take the Duo Fiber Brush. I love this for diffusing, and I'm going to take that lighter green shade and I'm going to diffuse that line. And I want to get a really airbrushed ombre where this ends. And I think I should probably take it over, the green over a little bit more. I'm gonna work it into the blue. I'm gonna keep it a really green and yellow look, like I said. So now I'm gonna, I am gonna go ahead and take the green a little bit more, and then I will be putting this on the outer corner, bleeding upward into it. Taking the E27 brush now. Again, you can get these on sale. Great time to try Sigma Beauty, because with the sale on top of my discount, it makes it a lot less scary of a price tag to jump into. Are we seeing that patch? That's not supposed to be happening. I'm gonna go back to the Duo Fiber Brush in the lightest green. When I blend it out, that super light lime green, it does really look more almost like yellow, highlighter yellow. To blend out this blue that I'm terrified to blend out now, because this is definitely not what I like to see, I'm gonna go to the E46 brush and I'm going to put this blue and see what happens. It's a bright blue, a dark blue, but I'm hoping if I blend it out really gentle, it won't be like too dark. We'll see. Yeah, I don't think this blue is going to be light enough to help me with what I'm going for in diffusing it. So I'm gonna go back with that Duo Fiber with the lightest green, and I'm gonna go right on top. I'm just gonna work on blending this out. I usually do both eyes at the same time, but I'm not here, and I think I'm going to go ahead and leave this alone. I'll let it set and then do my eye, this eye after it's completely set, and see if the shade works better packing it on a set base as opposed to a wet base. Maybe my eyelid was just too wet there, which can be the case, and then it's not really, I don't know, I don't think it's the fault like of a formula, it's just that shade is so pigmented and dry, it just soaks up any moisture that I had on my lid. Man, that spot just looks terrible. It's really not a big deal because I am gonna cover it, but when I see that, it always is a little disheartening, because it's like, great, you know, it's great that it's not gonna be a problem because I'll just cover it with my liner, but what if it was like up here or over here? That couldn't be easily covered, or if I'm packing on the lid. So it's definitely something to give me pause, but like I said, might not be a formula issue. I'm going back with that bright blue, trying to pop it in there. Oof, that was very pigmented. Whoopsie. I do a lot of back and forth with my looks, if you can't tell. I just do a little and take a step back, do a little and take a step back. So I'm liking how this looks. It's nice and pigmented, like the shades seem pigmented, and other than that darker shade I put out there, I feel like all of them pick up nice, they blend nice. They have a very smooth formula, like they feel so smooth. I'm super impressed with all that. Just a little disappointed in that darkest shade. So we're gonna do this for now. You know what, I'm going to take that shade with the blue, knock it off, and I'm just gonna bring it through here. I wanna add a little bit of depth in here because I'm gonna cut the crease, so I just want a little bit more depth to that green, but I don't wanna overtake that green and turn it blue, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's what we're looking like. This side is pretty much dry, so I'm gonna go ahead, do this side, cut the crease, and then I'll come back and let you guys know if this side did the funky thing. Okay, I am back. I got it going. This side did not do that. I know it looks like a little bit, but I was actually just tapping out the concealer. But this side, when I did that darker outer color, did not patch up at all. It went on pretty smoothly. When I first initially was putting it down, it almost seemed like it didn't want to stick because it was a set base or had dried down. But, you know, just a little bit more work, a little bit more tapping, it was good to go. But at the same time, I noticed when I was doing my crease, it took, again, a little bit more work to get the color, this green, to really want to stick. So maybe blending, I feel like blending was so easy on this side, so maybe blending have a more tacky base, but if you really want to pack color on, maybe wait to set it. Anyway, moving on to the lid, I did this yellow, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but it don't look cute. I tapped it out, I thought I tapped it out well, but it's just a little cracky and sheer. So on this side, I am waiting just a little bit, and I'm making sure this is really tapped out, and I want to try to pack this on this yellow on this side on a mostly more set base. Like, I don't think I'll wait till it's completely dry, but I am gonna wait a little bit. And also, I think I put the green out here, and I don't even know if you guys can see. I put some of that green, the darker green that I had put in the crease first, and I tapped it here, but I almost don't feel like it's not really sticking to either side. I don't know, I think you can like get a hint of it. But as for like meshing and blending it, I don't know. You have to tell me if it's very noticeable, but it gives you a little hint of green, so I guess it's okay. But anyway, this looks pretty tapped out. I don't want to touch it because it's very nice and smooth. So I'm gonna go ahead and go on. Fingers crossed, let's see how this goes on. I just hope it doesn't go on. It just looks very dry. Like, it's like the yellow doesn't have a ton of pigment, and so you kind of see the concealer underneath, and it just, you can see all the little lines and cracklings in my lid. You'll be able to tell on this side when I get up close to do the final look. So let's see if really tapping it out and waiting a bit longer to let this dry helps it at all. And I think I'm going to leave a little bit more concealer exposed for that green to really help it pop. Although then it'll look different. Do I want to do that? That's looking a lot better. Like, you can't, it's a little thin, but it doesn't have the same dry, cracky look that this side has. Like, this side almost, like right here, almost looks like it's spalled, I guess you could say, sparse. It's not really sticking. It doesn't look terrible, especially from far away. These are just things I notice when I am up close and looking at it, and little nuances that I don't like. Oh yeah, look at the difference between concealer and then not having concealer base. Okay, so. And then I'm gonna pick up the yellow. Did I even say this is a F70 brush? My favorite. One of my favorite. I guess I have a lot of favorite flat brushes, but this is a really good one if you really like a flat brush for shimmer or matte. Okay, let's see. At this point, let me go ahead and pause again, and I'm going to, let's see. I'm gonna wing out and put on my brows and mascara, because none of those things I have anything new to try from Look Fantastic. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I am back again, and I forgot that I'm doing mostly a full face, so I'm going to go ahead and take a pause and do my face, and we'll come back and do the lower lash line after, because that's just what I typically do. I do have a decent amount of fallout here, so I'm just going to try to sweep it away with the face halo, and hopefully not mess up my skincare that I had put on to prep for this video. Let's go ahead and move on to the most terrifying part for me, because I'm going to be trying some of Kevyn Aucoin. You guys, I don't think I'm like this high end when it comes to makeup. Like, they include a little brush. I will give it a try. Not promising I'm going to use it, but we'll give it a try. I picked up the Kevyn Aucoin, obviously, Foundation Balm. It looked very intriguing. Here's what it looks like. I got light FB45. Looks like it might be a little dark. We'll see. As long as this doesn't oxidize, it should be fine. So I'm going to try to use the brush, but honestly, it feels great, but it's just so tiny, and like, I don't know, I feel like that'll take a long time. So I think, let's see, I don't even know. It's like a, kind of like a cream. I was very intrigued by this when I was looking at it on the website. Ooh, let me zoom in so I can see what I'm doing. It just, I don't know, I was really intrigued in this. I was looking at a foundation. I was looking at the Kevyn Aucoin stuff because that's just a brand I've always been scared to try because they're so high end, so pricey. Maybe I'll do more circular motions. Does this say the best way to? I feel, yeah, like for high end, I feel like I need to read the instruction manual. I don't really see anything. I could be missing it, but anyway, that looks fine, I guess. But I feel like it's putting it on very heavy. Oh, it's kind of greasy feeling. Maybe this isn't made for someone with oily skin. I don't know. I forgot I'm using all Sigma brushes. Sigma has good brushes, but when it comes to face brushes, I actually don't have like a die-hard favorite from them. But I'm going to take the flat Kabuki F80. I feel like they're super popular for that. And also too, it's kind of like the Kevyn Aucoin, except it'll just get the work done sooner. So mama needs that. So I'm going to just tap it on. And I think I'm just going to do tapping. This is usually what I do. I don't really like to swirl unless I'm doing the duo fiber brush. Then I feel like that just gives it a really airbrush look when you kind of buff it all in. But this I'm going to go ahead and tap. And I think that's looking better. This also might be, since it is a balm, might be better, have to be set with something to really lock it in. So maybe that's why it kind of feels greasy. So I'm going to try not to touch it. Just put it on. But color-wise, Man, for doing it online when I was just like, I was going through all the colors for so long saying, I don't know, I did a pretty good job. If anything, I think it's a touch light, so that's would be my preference. From far away, I think it looks nice. I think, you know, what you guys can see looks nice. From up close, maybe I'll just need to put a more like mattifying type of primer. It definitely doesn't look good here where I was doing it with the teeny little brush, but on this side, I think it looks nice. It still is though very like slimy. We'll see. I'm going to try not to touch it until I set it, but before I set it, I do want to go ahead and go in with the concealer. You guys, these were so, I still can't believe I'm using a Kevyn Aucoin. I don't feel fancy enough. I got the shade, so let's see, what is it? Medium EC03. Again, I think I did a pretty good job, unless this oxidizes. I don't like to go, ooh, this might be a touch light, I don't know, or a touch light, a touch dark. I don't think you can tell on camera, but it definitely has a more of a golden undertone. This is the concealer blend Kabuki F79, one of my favorite brushes for blending out my concealer. I was gonna use my beauty blender. I even wet it before I put the kids to bed, and I can't find it anywhere. But I'll go ahead and put it on the screen here. They are on sale. They're 20% off, and then you can use my code on top of that to get it for an even bigger discount if you're curious, because I do like and enjoy using beauty blenders for under my eyes. But you know what we can use? Oh, I didn't double check this because I just thought of it now. But I do have the beauty blender, I forget what this is called, but it's a little setting powder. So I hope Look Fantastic has it available. If not, I'm sorry for the oversight, but if they do, this is handy. I can't say I think it's like, I use this all the time or I prefer this over brushes. I just like brushes because it's easy, but it does a really good job. I'm going to be using this translucent perfect light pressed powder in number 7. Number 7 is on the list for brands that are going to be on sale that you can use my coupon on top of. But I can't find the brand on the website, so I don't know if it's just going to be certain areas, certain countries, or maybe it's only going to be alive when the sale starts. I'm pre-filming this, so this may or may not be on their website, but if it is, this is one of my favorite. This is my favorite pressed powder from the drugstore, because it's, I think it's like $12 maybe. Super affordable, and that's the only setting powder I had that was on the site, so I figured I'd use this. But I really like the setting powder. And this little sponge is nice. I really like the pressing aspect, and I always am amazed that using a sponge, I don't get it too cakey under my eyes, because I feel like using a sponge, I would just cake this powder on, but it does a really nice job of patting it in. Okay, so now that it's set, okay, it doesn't feel that greasy, weird feeling. It does feel set. I don't really want to rub it yet. I'm going to give it some more time. Also, visually, it looks a lot nicer. This side definitely, I think, looks better. That little brush, I think it may be too stiff. I don't know, too small. It was just doing funky things on my cheek, but this side doesn't have it. The concealer looks beautiful. Yeah, it looks really nice. So now I have the Kevyn Aucoin, the sculpting powder. I got the shade medium. It comes in a pouch. I am not this fancy. I probably won't be keeping it in the pouch. And it actually, like, you press it to open it, like, how fancy. And then you have this teeny tiny, I mean, it's not teeny tiny, but it is a small little contour. I'm gonna use the Sigma F40 to put this on, and let's see. It looks dirty, but I promise it's not. Ooh, that looked very pigmented. Let's see. Hopefully I don't put too much on. I'm going in very light because it'll look like there was a lot of powder on it. This brush, I think I was saying, looked dirty, but it's not. It's just a little stained. Ooh, this is looking nice. If you see that line, it's very pigmented, but it's a good color. It's not like too dark for my skin tone, at least. Did I say what color I got? I can't even remember. I got medium. I feel like I could do with a bronzer just to give a little bit of warmth to my face, especially this side because I went a little too ham. It's just very cool tone, but you need, I love a cool tone bronzer. I feel like it's very important, and I love to bronze and contour my face, so I always like to have that. I think I just need a touch of a warm bronzer just to tie it all together. But as far as contouring, this is nice. I was not expecting to like it as much as I am. This might be my favorite product. I'm such a contour bronzer girl that, yes, this will excite me. So let me just bronze it up and give a touch of warmth. I'm not gonna go overboard or do too much, but I do wanna bring just a little bit of warmth to my face, and then we'll move on to the next product. So now, what else do I have left to try? I think I've tried just about everything. I didn't get any lip products because I'm lame like that. But let's go ahead and finish up the eyes. I did grab the Sigma Longwear eyeliner pencil in the shade Wicked. I've always been curious to try this. People say it's like so black, and I'm crossing my fingers that this ends up staying in my waterline. Okay, so it took a little bit to get on, as you guys saw, but also this is brand new, and sometimes newer pens can almost have like a, I don't know, like a hard shell to it, so it takes a little while to break it in. Also too, I should have checked it out, and like I need to sharpen that more because it's like barely sticking out. So it makes it hard to really just like lay it on my waterline and rub it. I have to like put the tip on it, but nice and black. But let's go ahead and finish out the lower lash line. I'm gonna go in with this Sigma E20 brush. It's almost worn off. I've had it for so long, and I'm going to, let's go ahead and kind of want to embrace something different on the outer corner. I also have to fix this because I ended up coming out farther than where I stopped. This just a touch, but this has got a little bald spot there. You know, I think I'm just gonna do blue actually, because we didn't get enough of that blue in there. So I'm gonna do the bright blue, which is this, bleeding into this shade here. I feel like that will be pretty. So I'm first gonna start with that deepest shade that we used on the outer corner, and I am going to stick that really close to the lash line. Okay, and then now I'm going into that E47 brush that we used the blue on, the bright blue, right there. I'm gonna pick it up and put that on the rest of the inner half. And I'm gonna go in with that first green, and we're going to just work on diffusing this out. Look at the difference between the diffusing it out with the lighter color and just going with those two. I really like how that green on this brush just softens it. At this point, I'm going to put on my lower lashes, put mascara on my lower lashes, and I'm gonna put on a little highlighter because I do like highlighter, and I'm gonna use the same highlighter on my inner corner. I'll put on a lipstick because I didn't get that either, and then we can close out this video. All right, so here is the final look. I already took the close-up pictures and realized I forgot to put on mascara on my bottom lashes, even though that was the first thing I said I was gonna do. So sorry, but here are the close-up shots so you guys can really see. I really like how it turned out. The colors, the saturation of the colors is very pretty. My first time placing an order with Look Fantastic, my first time trying Kevyn and Illamasqua, and all of these other products. I mean, except for the Osmosis one. I have tried them before in the past, but the face halo and whatnot, oh my goodness, this was so much fun. Yeah, that is going to be the video. Those are kind of my first impressions, thoughts. Those are the items I picked up for the Look Fantastic Black Friday Cyber Monday sale. As I was showing you guys on the screen throughout the tutorial, they have a lot of really great sales, and then you can use my coupon code on top of that to get even more off. So if you're at all interested in shopping the sale and snagging any of these, feel free to check out my description box. I will have a link and my code down there if you would like to use that, and just be aware if you do use that, I do get a small commission from any orders placed, and if you do place an order, I just want to say on screen, thank you so very much. I really do appreciate anyone who takes the time to use my codes or use my links. It just means a lot to me, and I'm always so shocked that anyone uses my codes or my links. It really is very special, so thank you so very much. But yeah, that is going to be the video. Thank you so much to Look Fantastic for partnering with me on this video. It was really great working with them, and yeah, I'm really excited to see them coming to the US. I've always heard great things about them over in the UK. But yeah, that is going to be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know if you've tried Kevyn Aucoin. Was I just being silly up here, so scared to try Kevyn Aucoin? Because not gonna lie, I just can't. Kevyn Aucoin's one of those brands that just looks so nice, but I've always been too scared to try them, so I finally overcame the fear and decided to give them a try. But anyway, yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up on your way out. As you guys know, it helps me in the whole YouTube algorithm. And if you want to continue getting daily content from me, I'm over on Instagram. I'm LadyKatie92. And with all that said, I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye, guys.